Hi everyone, my name is Hayden and I'm from the Active Canterbury Bankstown program here at Council. So today I'm at the Wiley Park Outdoor Gym Equipment where we have teamed up with New South Wales Health and the South Western Sydney Local Health District for today's CBTV video. An exercise physiologist from New South Wales Health has written out a program based on all of the equipment here, giving you some tips and tricks to make the most out of your workouts. There is also a brochure with all of this information which you can download from the link in this video. Right, let's get into it. So to start off today, we have a couple of warm-up options for you guys. The first one here is the cross trainer. So what we're going to do, we're just going to stand steadily on the machine and we're going to take our hands and grip them on these two front bars. What we're going to do next is just to slowly start moving in a walking or cycling motion, so alternating between your hands and feet. And then we're going to start off nice and slow and then slowly build up, maintaining our grip on the front here, and we're going to maintain a smooth forward motion as well. So if you're a beginner, you're looking at maybe 1 to 2 minutes to warm up. For intermediates, 3 to 5, and if you're an advanced on this equipment, maybe around 6 to 10 minutes. Okay, just a couple of training tips as well. If you're not feeling very tired, just increase the rate of motion, speed things up a bit, and that'll be sure to get the heart pumping. And also, if you have any balance issues, it might be best to avoid this machine. So our second option for warm-up is to use this Recumbent Bike. So what you're going to do, you're just going to take a seat just like this. Make sure your back is nicely supported with the backrest here. And then you're just going to put your feet up on the pedals like so. And we are just going to start pedaling in a forward motion, nice and slow to start with. And then you can build it up once you get comfortable with the motion. So we have a couple of training tips as well for this one. For a greater challenge, you can actually increase the rate of movement. So go as quick as you can for maybe 1 minute, and then 30 seconds at a slower pace to recover. Okay, and that's going to get your heart rate up and down a little bit, and it'll be a greater workout for you. If you have any knee or hip issues, probably a good idea just to be careful on this one as well, as it may flare things up. All right, that's it for the warm-up, guys. Let's get into the other equipment. So the next piece of equipment we're going to look at is the hand bike. Okay, so pretty simple one. We just want to take a seat like so, keeping our feet shoulder width apart again. And for this one, just make sure your back is up nice and straight. We don't want to be hunched over because that could cause some injury to our back. Once you're in position, take hold of the handles here and just start slowly moving them forward until you're comfortable with the motion, and then you can start speeding things up a bit. Okay, so if you're a beginner, maybe look at doing this just for 30 seconds. Intermediates, more like a minute, and for advanced, see if you can go for 2 minutes without stopping. It is pretty challenging, but I'm confident you guys will be able to do it. Also, just another general tip, if you want a greater challenge, similar to the bike over there, we can speed things up and you can go as hard as you can for periods of 10 to 20 seconds, and then slow it down for your recovery. And then you can speed it up again and slow it down. And as I mentioned before, it'll get your heart rate up and down, and it'll mean a tougher workout for you guys. So the first piece of strength equipment we're going to look at today is the seated row. So as you can see, I've just taken a seat on the chair here. I'm going to make sure my back is up against the backrest, nicely supported, so we don't do any damage there. We want our shoulders to be relaxed as well, okay? And our feet are going to be planted on the floor directly in front of us, in line with our shoulders. So once you've done all that, you can just take a grip of the hand grips here. You can choose either one. Personally, I prefer these ones, so I'm going to go with that one. And then what we're going to do, take a deep breath in, and as we pull back, we're going to breathe out. So as we release, we're going to breathe in. So it keeps in line with your breath. Yeah, so if you're a beginner, I recommend about 8 to 10 reps, and you can do 2 sets of that. For intermediates, maybe 10 to 12 reps, and you can repeat that 3 times. And for advanced, anywhere from 12 to 20 reps with 3 sets as well, okay? All right, so here we have the chest press machine. So just take a seat like this with your back up against the back support as always, and our feet are shoulder width apart. Okay, so once you set up, take control of the bar like this, nice and firm grip. And you want to take a deep breath in. As you push out, you want to exhale, and as we come back, we want to inhale. Okay, so just give that a go like this. And to make things harder on this one as well, you can lift your feet off the ground to engage your core. It does make things a bit more tricky, or just really slow the movement down as well. Okay, so similar to the other ones we've been doing. If you're a beginner on this, try 8 to 10 reps for 2 sets. And if you're an intermediate, try 10 to 12 for 3 sets. And if you're an advanced, see if you can do 15 to 20 for 3 sets as well. Okay, and just be careful if you have any shoulder problems, it might be best to avoid this one. All right. All right, so we're here at the Lat Pulldown machine. So similar to our shoulder press, we're just going to take a seat on the chair, make sure our back is upright against the back support, feet, shoulders width apart. Okay, once you're set up, you can grab these bars. You can choose either these ones or these ones. I prefer these ones because it really targets the lats more. Take a nice firm grip and a deep breath in. And once you're ready, pull up. And as you're pulling up, you want to exhale. And as you're releasing on the way back down, you want to inhale. Okay, so just like this. And to make things harder, same as the shoulder press machine, guys. Lift your feet off the floor and cross them to activate the core. Alternatively, keep things nice and slow on the way back down. Okay, so for beginners, 8 to 10 reps with 2 sets. For intermediates, it's 10 to 12 reps with 3 sets. And for advanced, see if you can do 15 to 20 with 3 sets as well. And just be careful, same thing again, guys. If you have any shoulder pain, might be best to avoid this one. So we're at the shoulder press machine now, guys. So just take a seat on the chair. Make sure your back is nice and straight and supported by the back support. And we want our feet sort of aligned with our hips and shoulders, so everything is nice and straight. What you can do now is take a grip of these bars, so you can choose either this one or this one. I'll do this one for now. What you're going to do, take a deep breath in, and like our other pieces of equipment, we're going to exhale on the way up and then inhale on the way back down. So just like this. To make this a little bit harder, if you want it, what you can do is lift your feet off the ground, and that's going to activate your core muscles as well. Or what you can also do is make sure you're coming down nice and slow. Okay, so that's just a couple things that'll make it harder. Just be careful if you do have shoulder problems with this one, guys. Probably best not to do it. And yeah, if you're a beginner, try for 8 to 10 reps and 2 sets. If you're an intermediate, try for 10 to 12 with 3 sets. And for an advanced, we want 12 to 14 reps with 3 sets as well. All right. So the next piece of equipment we have are the leg raise here. So what you're going to do is come and stand with your back against the back support here like this, and then lay your arms down on these bars here and take a grip of whatever feels most comfortable. I prefer these outer ones here. Okay, so a nice firm grip. Then what you're going to do is slowly raise your legs off the ground, taking your body weight through your elbows and hands. And then we are going to slowly raise our feet off the ground, bringing our knees to our chest. And as we do that, we're going to exhale, and then on the way down we're going to inhale. So just like this. Alright, if you find that too easy, guys, what you can do is try and keep your knees straight and bring them up parallel to the ground. So that's going to make things a bit harder, like so. Or another way you can do it is bring your legs up and start doing a scissor motion like this. So that's going to make it even harder for you guys. Okay, so if you're a beginner on this one, try and do 6 to 8 reps and 2 sets. For an intermediate, it's 8 to 10 with 3 sets. And if you're an advanced, see if you can do 10 to 12 sets, reps and 3 sets as well. Okay. So for the next station, we're going to look at both the pull-up and the assisted pull-up machine. And this is basically your choice based on your experience level with this sort of equipment. Without the assisted version, it is a lot harder, so just be wary of that. But I'll show you how to do both regardless. So to start off with, this is the unassisted pull-up. So we're just going to come up here and grab hold of these 2 grips up here. You can either do it like this, the under grip, which is going to work your bicep muscles a bit more, or the over grip, which is going to work the muscles in your back a little bit more. So what you do, you're just going to slowly pull yourself off the ground and bring your chin up to the bar there. So you want to breathe out as you're pulling up and then breathe in as you're slowly releasing, pulling down, okay? So that's it for that one. If you're a beginner, maybe see if you can do 6 to 8 reps and see if you can do 2 sets of that. If you're an intermediate, maybe more like 8 to 10 with 3 sets, and for intermediates, 10 to 12 reps with 3 sets as well. So we'll move over to the assisted. Works a similar way, but we're just gonna stand on this bar here, okay, and that'll take some of the body weight, so we're not pulling ourselves completely up. So come up to this bar here, we're gonna grip at the top again, and then you're just gonna do it the same way. So breathe out as you pull up, and breathe in as you release. Okay, so this one's a little bit easier. So if you're a beginner, you can do 8 to 10 reps and 2 sets of that. Intermediates, it's 10 to 12 and try 3 sets. And for advanced, it is 12 to 20 and you can try 3 sets as well. So for our last machine of the day, guys, we have the leg press machine. So it's set up similar to the other piece of equipment. Take a seat, your back nice and tall against the support, and then what you're going to do is just lift your feet up to the platform and try and keep them shoulder width apart, okay? And then we're just going to be extending our knees nice and slow, and as we do that we're going to exhale and then inhaling on the way back down. Okay, so to make things harder on this one, just slow it down. That's going to make it harder. Yeah, and if you're a beginner, try 8 to 10 reps, 2 sets. Intermediates is 10 to 12 reps for 3 sets, and advanced, see if you can do 15 to 20 and 3 sets as well. Okay. Also, if you have any hip or knee pain, it might be best to avoid this one. All right, well that's it for all the strength exercises today, guys. But to finish off, we're going to do some stretches to make sure we're not pulling up too sore tomorrow. Okay. So the first one is a calf stretch. So you just want to be standing with your feet apart like this, with your toes facing forward. And if you want to hold on to something, help your balance, that's also a good idea. And then you just want to bend your front knee slightly and straighten your back knee, and you should feel it through your calf muscle here, okay? And then we swap it over, like that. Okay, we want to hold that for 20 seconds each leg, and probably repeat once for each leg as well. So you're doing 2 sets for each of those. Okay, the next one is going to be a hamstring stretch. So the best thing to do is take a seat. So I'll sit here like this, and then we have one knee bent, but we straighten out the leg that we're going to stretch like this, and then we're simply just going to reach forward and touch our toe. Okay, and keep breathing while you're doing these stretches, guys. It's really important not to hold your breath. Keep breathing nice and slow. Try and hold that for 20 seconds, and then change legs. Hold that for 20 seconds, and then we're going to do a repeat as well. So repeat for each leg, okay? The next one we're going to do is a quad stretch. So stand up next to a pole or something you can hold onto like this, and then we're just going to stand nice and straight, feet close together, lift up one of our legs and pull back just like this, okay? Pull back and you should feel the stretch through your muscles through here, okay? Hold that for around 20 seconds again, then change leg. So you can jump over to this side to make things a bit easier, like that. Repeat on each leg as well, so do 2 sets of those. And the last one we're going to do is a chest stretch for our chest muscles. We did a lot of upper body today, so we want to make sure we're stretching out these muscles as well. So what you're going to do, just stand still up nice and straight, grip your hands behind your back, and what you're going to do is push your hands towards the floor, then bring your chest out like this, okay? And you can hold that for 20 seconds. Make sure you keep breathing, just like this. Keep breathing, and then repeat that as well. So 20 seconds off, have a bit of a rest, and repeat again, okay? Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope that you've taken something out of this session, learning a few tips and tricks on how to best use the equipment here at Wiley Park. If you like the content, make sure you head over to the Active Canterbury Bankstown Facebook page, give us a like, to stay up to date with all of our content. We have plenty more coming your way. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys again soon.